Hello, welcome to today's edition of Walpole's Up to the Minute Sports, where we try to keep you up to date on sports in the town of Walpole. My name is Rick Brown, and sitting next to me is my co-host Bob Murphy, who will start things off with a preview of Thursday's Thanksgiving Day game between the Walpole Rebels and the Weymouth Wildcats. Bob?
This year marks the 18th time that Weymouth and Walpole will meet on the gridiron on Thanksgiving morning. And more often than not, there has been a Super Bowl berth on the line for one, if not both, of these storied programs. Not this year, however. Injuries are taking their toll on both schools this season, and so this Thursday's matinee lines up to be a tasty Turkey Day appetizer for one school and a bad case of indigestion for the other. Last weekend in a lopsided 41-21 victory over Hingham, Rebels showcased just how things could have been if the injury bug hadn't taken a big bite out of this season. Playing Friday with a full complement of players for the first time in recent weeks, Walpole enjoyed the much-needed depth they had been lacking, as names like Connor Moriarty, Andrew Papirio, Hunter Nemec, and Colton Mitchell, to name just a few, were called upon to assist the Rebel attack. Walpole improved their record to 6-4 with a victory over the Harbormen, riding the strong right arm of quarterback Will Bolster, who completed 16 of 25 passes for 205 yards. Bolster also showed he's not afraid to call his own number, as he scampered into the end zone on two other occasions. Walpole's workhorse back Stephen Cuquay, 12 carries for 86 yards, continued to shine out of the Rebel backfield, finding pay dirt 3 different times. Weymouth is 5-5 on the season. They've been struggling with similar issues. A trio of their skilled position people were watching from the sidelines last Friday night against New Bedford, as senior quarterback David Harrison, remember that name, folks, did everything but sell popcorn, rushing for 254 yards and 3 touchdowns, passing for another, and finally knocking down the New Bedford pass in the end zone with no time left on the clock to preserve a 45-44 victory for the Wildcats. Weymouth had gone into this old-fashioned offensive shootout, gone ahead in this old-fashioned offensive shootout with just 42 ticks left on the clock. So what else on a Harrison TD run? So both teams come to John Turco Memorial Field on Thursday morning at 10 a.m. with something to prove. They may not be playing for a trip to Gillette in 2 weeks, but good old-fashioned pride and bragging rights should make for quite a tasty Turkey Day feast nonetheless.
Thanks, Bob. Prior to the game, there will be a Senior Day festivities with the parents and guardians of the 30 Rebel senior gridmen and the 3 senior cheerleaders being honored for their 4 years of dedication at WHS. The senior cheerleaders are this year's tri-captains, Grace Nelson, Samantha Mortelli, and Remy Love. Senior football players include co-captains Noah Kung, Connor Moriarty, Will Bolster, and Nick Cortapatri, as well as Brendan Chasen, Colton Mitchell, Glenn Cofield, Joey DeBoule, Jimmy Smith, Marvin Joseph, Danny Aldridge, Mike St. Germain, Nick Ferguson, Harry Birkland, Hunter Nemec, John Rockwood, Kyle Raftery, Trevor Brown, Trevor Wassel, Mike Fortin, Matt Toady, Robbie Liederman, Jerry Lewis, Gio Calisi, Justin Ruhana, Mike Williams, Armin Adonian, Frankie Welter, Aiden Moore, and Mike Lombardi. Thank you, seniors, for all the time and effort you've given to Rebel football over the last 4 years. Back to you, Bob.
The Division I state champion Walpole High School Porkers field hockey team received a visit last Thursday from Channel 5 sports director Mike Lynch and his camera crew as the recipient of his station's High Five Award, given for high school athletic excellence. Segment will air Thursday and Sunday after Thanksgiving. Way to go, Porkers. Back to you, Rick.
Finally, if you are a potential winter sports athlete at Walpole High, all your paperwork, including an updated physical form from the last 13 months, must be given to Athletic Director Bill Tompkins at WHS by this coming Wednesday. Tryouts and opening practices are scheduled to begin for all winter sports the week of December 2nd through December 6th, so get all that paperwork in. Bob, once again, over to you.
Quick reminder that Walpole Recreation Basketball registration is underway. Sessions run on Saturdays from January 11th to February 8th, and the Session 2 will run on February 15th, March 1st, March 15th, March 22nd, and March 29th. The program is open for ages 3 to 8. Visit walpolerec.com for additional information or call the Recreation Department at 508-660-6353. That's 508-660-6353.
Well, that just about wraps up today's program. We hope you've enjoyed it. If you have any sports news you'd like to see or hear about, send it to us at recreation@walpole-ma.gov. Once again, that's recreation@walpole-ma.gov. This is Rick Brown with my co-host Bob Murphy signing off. May the ball always bounce your way.